the game from last week, and we thought the energy, attitude was spot on. It was just a little bit of cohesion that probably cost us a few points in the game. So we're bitterly disappointed that we lost the game, but we certainly appreciated the effort that was out there on the field. So we gave these guys another chance to find combination.
CO not in?
No, Scotty's still on the rehab program at the moment, so yeah, we're not really sure where the end point of that is, but we take it week by week for now.
Obviously pretty pleased with Joe's performance at 9.
Yeah, I thought he had a very good game, both defensively and in attack. We really didn't have a lot of ball. We kicked a lot away in that first half, and then I guess just circumstance in the second half meant that we didn't get a lot of ball, but certainly defensively he was outstanding. Covered a number of line breaks, and yeah, I mean, he got through more than 70 minutes, 75 minutes out there. So for a first up hit there, I think he did a fantastic job.
Obviously playing at home, bit of an advantage this weekend for your preparations.
Yeah, it makes it a bit easier when you don't have to travel. So last week we went over to Christchurch on the Thursday night and had a captain's run at the stadium, but as you do when you go away, you can't really show too much at the stadium. So the benefit this week is that, yeah, we had a nice little captain's execution session today. We'll have a nice captain's run at GIO tomorrow, and we'll be able to get through a few more of our plays that we wouldn't normally get through when we travel. And then just sleeping in your own bed, and we have a really good prep out at the AIS before the game, so the boys are looking forward to that routine and certainly looking forward to bouncing back this week.
How much do you think needs to change from last weekend?
Not a lot. We spoke about that. It's a different prospect, the Sharks. They play a different style of game. They attack differently, and they defend differently to the Crusaders. So we've had to tweak some stuff specific to the Sharks. But in terms of our game, yeah, I think there were a few tactical fixes that we made from the weekend in terms of when we kicked and how we kicked. And then obviously trying to maintain our shape in attack was an issue for us on the weekend as well. But defensively, outstanding. There's still some areas in defence that we felt we weren't as good as we needed to be, but overall the defence was outstanding, so we want to maintain that and just pick up particularly our set piece attack.
Is there a feeling, Steve, that it's going to take a little while for this side to gel, given that you've got a new half, new inside centre, new fly half? It's not going to come together in 2 days, in 2 games?
Well, not necessarily. I think the guys have been together now. I mean, you put the 2 trial games together, that's 3 games they've been playing together, and the trial games are of good intensity. And it's a Super Rugby level for our guys anyway in terms of the execution. So I think the combination's there with most of the guys, but like I said, there's a little bit of strategy that we have to refine.
With only 7 home games, 1 less home game, I guess it's really important, isn't it, to win these home games?
Yeah, we saw it last year, and in fact over the last few years we've had a really good record at home, and that's put us in good stead for the finals. I think the most important games, I think, throughout the competition are games against teams from your country, but we always look at our home games as equal to that in terms of importance. You have the benefit of not travelling, of getting the good prep in there, and yeah, we certainly had a good record over the last couple of years, and we want to maintain that.
What about crowd-wise too, Bern? First game at home, I think last game we played here was a final on tough conditions.
Yeah.
People didn't know what to expect from you this year. Do you think after seeing last week it might sort of ignite that passion a little bit?
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, like I said after the game last week, I think if that game was played at GIO Stadium, the crowd would have gone away very satisfied with the effort and attitude that the boys put in. And as coaches, we never like to lose, but we walked away from that game feeling pretty satisfied and pretty proud of the guys. The way they played the game, started the game and played the whole game out was something that we probably haven't seen in this team for a while, and I'm sure that if people turn up on Saturday and see that same attitude, they'll fall in love with this team as well.
What about JB and guys like that? I know you said sticking with combinations and give these guys a chance to build on them, but
yep.
Were you close, or were any of those guys close?
They were, yeah. So those guys played a runners game against Randwick on the weekend on Saturday, and they had a very tough hit out there. The score was a little bit lopsided, probably 40-20, but they all got a good hit out, and the guys who were pushing pre-round 1 had fantastic games. on the weekend as well. So it made it doubly difficult not to select them this week, but we felt that because the guys put in such effort and attitude on the weekend, we wanted to reward them with another opportunity to try and find that cohesion, like we said. Again, down the track, we'll probably look at making sure we get good rotation in the squad.
Tevita, how are you feeling about coming weekend?
No, yeah, pretty excited. Just to play the first home game of the season. Even though last week we didn't get the result, but really happy to be back playing at GIO Stadium.
How's it helped the morale for the team knowing that you don't have to travel this weekend?
It'll be good, especially for recovery and preparation. Like Bernie was saying, get to sleep in your own bed, and it's good. You have more time to recover before the game.
You never struggle sleeping. You're on the plane on the way over to Christchurch, you'll just sleep the whole way. On the plane on the way back, you'll just sleep the whole way. So these guys can sleep anywhere. But
How was it out there last week? A few new faces around you in the back line?
Yeah, it was having Carl 12 and Warren Nui at 10. New combination, but probably give us a few more games and we'll try and find that combo. But I think we went well, especially in our defense, as Ben was saying. That's one thing that we really worked on the preseason and really paid out on the weekend.
So if you guys didn't have a lot of ball, the only try came through Rory. Is there a feeling like the back line just needs a bit of ball to get some combinations and cohesion?
It's one of those games that you want to get what you want, but you just have to adapt to the game. And I think hopefully this weekend we can get more ball out of the forwards and probably score some tries.
You did a lot of defensive work last year, but are you hoping to have a bigger impact in attack this year? I'm not sure how many times you ran it last weekend, but you looked to be on the front foot a lot more.
Yeah, I think it's part of our game plan this year. Try and use me a lot on the first phase. Hopefully I can get the gain line.
yeah,
And,
hopefully,
uh,
I mean,
but-
that's a real challenge for T, is to make sure that we get him into the game, because he's very motivated at the moment, and I thought he had a good game on the weekend. But we certainly want to try and get him, like you said, first phase ball is certainly a key for him at the moment.
Did you find last year that at times you didn't have him in the game enough? Like you said, he did a lot of defensive work last year, but
Yeah, outstanding defensively. That's his game. But probably. I mean, you can probably answer that. You probably felt that yourself.
Yeah, probably wasn't really involved a lot, especially but I'm trying to change up my game this year. Try and make sure that I'm involved a lot, just to try and get in the game as quick as I can.
We've designed a few plays around him as well. Last week we did. This week we might throw a few tricks in there as well.
What about the Sharks guys? What are you sort of expecting from them?
Me?
Yeah.
It's always physical to play against South Africans. They're big and a lot of big runners in the team. So probably more physical, and hopefully we can be tight on our defense, and that's probably one big thing this weekend.
What did you take out of the Reds win on the weekend? Does any confidence come from watching them get over Sharks?
No, they play a slightly different game plan to us. I think we were probably more focused on the way the Sharks defended or the way the Sharks attacked. So I think it's a good first up win for an Australian team. I think you're always pretty proud when an Australian team wins, but we haven't really had a chance to dissect the Reds game. We had a good opportunity this week to look at the Sharks game, and like Tevita said, they're a very physical outfit. They carry the ball really well, and I think the Reds dealt with that quite well.
Then announcement of Hilly yesterday. What do you think that does for the organisation?
Well, it gives us a bit of stability going forward. I think he's a great thinker of the game. He knows his way around Super Rugby, being a former head coach with the Rebels. He's going to add a lot of insight into our program. I think just coming from a number of different programs, Sydney Uni included, Rebels, over in Japan with Rico. He's a really good thinker of the game, and I think he's going to give us that perspective that we're just missing at the moment.